Well, hello, my friends. And hello, my other friends. Isn't it so fun to come to Temple where you can stay up really late and eat sugar? Yes, I like that too. It is also past my bedtime, but that's okay. It's really important to be here. Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and happy Hanukkah. Thanks. I want to tell you guys a really special story to all of you, if I may. I want to tell you a story about somebody named Judith. Now, Judith, very, very special person. Why, you ask? I'll tell you. You see, Judith is a farmer by day and a painter by night. And every morning, Judith wakes up and she goes to her barn and takes care of her cow, Betsy. She feeds her cow. She gives her something to drink. She arranges her hay just like Betsy likes it. They hang out a little bit. They talk in moo. And they spend the day together. And then, in the evening, when Judith is totally exhausted, she goes into her home and paints these beautiful works of art. She paints everything. She paints stills, she paints plants, flowers, movement, people, scenery, you name it, she paints it. And this is how she goes about her day, taking care of Betsy during the day and painting at night. One day, Judith was in the barn taking care of Betsy. And she was doing the usual things she does to take care of Betsy. And then all of a sudden, she hears, meow. She didn't know what that was. She ignored it. And then a moment later, meow. She couldn't figure out what it was. And all of a sudden, she felt something kind of tingling and weird between her feet. She looked down and picked up a very cute little kitty cat. Unfortunately, this kitty cat didn't look so good. The kitty cat was kind of skinny, looked very, very, very cold from being outside, was shivering, really skinny, seemed really, really upset. Judith said, I know what to do. So she took this tiny little kitty cat into her house, and she gave the kitty cat some milk, and she provided the kitty cat with a wonderful blanket. She even lit a lovely fire. And so this continued for a few days, and Judith nursed the kitty cat back to health. A few days go by, and Judith says to the kitty cat, guess what? Tonight is a special night. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. Yes, have you guys heard this story before? Okay. How'd you guess? Right, tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. The kitty cat said, meow, meow, that's wonderful. I don't know what that means, but meow, meow, that's great. And so Judith showed the kitty cat the wonderful Hanukkah, the wonderful menorah that Judith had. But she said to the kitty cat, unfortunately, I don't have enough money to buy candles. But that's okay. I have an idea. I'm going to paint a beautiful Hanukkah, a menorah. And I am going to add an extra candle every single night by painting the candles in, because I don't have any actual candles. And so she did. For the next few nights, that's exactly what she did. She painted a candle, and then another, and then another. And one night, when Kitty Cat and Judith were lighting their beautiful Hanukkah with the paint, they heard a knock at the door. Thank you, whoever knocked. It was very helpful. Judith, this is a lot of knocking. Somebody's very upset at the door. Judith wasn't expecting anybody, so she went to the door and opened the door, and she saw a man. The man said, hello, I am a peddler. Judith said, hello. Peddler said, I sell things. I have this push cart here behind me, very fine push cart with all kinds of goodies, and I sell them. Are you interested? Judith said, well, unfortunately, I don't really have any money to buy anything, so I'm sorry, no thank you. He said, that's okay. Guess what? I also trade things. Smart businessman. Judah said, well, I paint. Would you like to look at my paintings? Maybe we can trade something. Okay, he walked in, looked at her beautiful paintings and said, oh my God, Judith, you're an unbelievable artist. He said, I'm particularly moved by this one painting here, this Hanukkah with candles, and the paint looks still kind of wet. And as he's looking at her beautiful paintings, he hears a meow. And the peddler says, I know this meow. This meow sounds very, very familiar. He looks down and he says, Mazel Tov. Judah says, thank you for what? He goes, no, that's my cat, Mazel Tov. He was lost, and you must have found him, and you nursed him to health. How gracious, how wonderful, how kind of you, Judith. Judith said, oh, I'm so glad you found your kitty cat. It was my pleasure. It was the right thing to do. I was very happy to take care of Mazel Tov. The peddler said, give me 1 minute. I'm going to go get something in my cart. I'll be right back. And he starts waving his arms around and moving things around, and she had no idea what was going on. And then, all of a sudden, he pulls out a bundle of candles. And he walks in and he said, I noticed that you are painting a Hanukkah and not lighting real candles. I would like to give you this bundle of candles for Hanukkah. And Judith said, thank you so much, but it was really my pleasure. You don't need to give me anything. Taking care of Mazel Tov was the right thing to do. He said, no, I insist, and you can call it a Hanukkah miracle. So Judith very graciously accepted the candles and said, thank you so much. The peddler went with his kitty cat, pleased as he could be. Judith had candles to enjoy Hanukkah with. And you know what's really amazing is that Judith took care of this kitty cat even though she wasn't expecting anything in return. Sometimes when we give, it can be a little bit painful, but it's really important to do even if we don't get anything back. I really, really hope that on this Hanukkah, everybody, young and younger, has the opportunity to give and maybe not look for the thank you, but give for the sake of giving.